If the new story of FNAF keeps going, and Gregory legitimately did drop her, I feel like Gregory could be easily corrupted somehow, some way. Like how Vanny was, but like to a different level, because Gregory, it could be one of those things where he thinks he's doing good. I don't know. I'm going into things that doesn't even matter. I'm going without evidence. Gregory just blows my mind as a character. Hey, hi, hello, everybody, and welcome back. We've got some more React content here for you today. This time, it's FNAF Ruin lore. We finished up FNAF Ruin, and I loved it. I enjoyed the atmosphere, I enjoyed the jump scares, I enjoyed the crazy concept that it is, but we need to learn more. You guys know the drill. Let's press play, let's figure out all the little details we might have missed while playing FNAF Ruin.
Hey guys, Super Horror Bro Mike here, and in today's video, we return to the ruined hallways of Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex as we step into the shoes of a little girl named Cassie searching for her missing friend Gregory.
Pausing already, is this the first time we see Cassie? Or does she exist in other places before this? Because I literally could not tell you.
This video will be broken up into two sections. The first, a quick overview of Cassie's journey through the Pizzaplex, and the second, a look at the game's multiple endings with a theory as to what those endings mean, as well as how the story of Ruin ties into the one previously told in Security Breach. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into another animatronic nightmare. This is the story of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruin Explained.
That's a tongue twister. That is a tongue twister. Heart rate monitor, we don't really put on for reactions unless it's already on.
It seems several years have passed since the events of Security Breach, and Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex has been long abandoned and grown into a state of ruin. Food rot.
He said it! He said ruin, holy shit!
Graffiti-covered walls decay, and the entire building has been condemned. One fateful evening, a young girl named Cassie is called to the ruins of a pizzaplex by her friend Gregory.
Gregory? Gregory? You there?
They said the title, roll credits, roll credits!
Gregory, are you there?
Gregory is nowhere to be seen, so Cassie begins to search the old building for him. She soon locates a flashlight, which allows her to venture deeper into the dark depths of the building. Before long, she locates a Roxy talkie, and hears Gregory desperately calling for help.
Gregory? I got your message. Where are you?
Help! Somebody grab me! You won't let me go! You have to find me! I'm trapped in the sinkhole under the raceway!
It is now up to Cassie to locate her trapped friend and free him from it.
This guy's a psychopath. I said that throughout my entire FNAF Security Breach playthrough, and I said it during the lore video as well. This kid is a psychopath. I could see him becoming the next William Afton. He's insanely psychotic. He's probably so easy to corrupt. That would be so cool if he became the villain and Cassie was the good one, because he was just murdering animatronics left and right. No remorse. No remorse whatsoever.
Imprisonment. Cassie crawls through a vent and finds herself in the Pizzaplex kitchens, where she encounters the withered endo of Glamrock Chica.
Ew.
Before long, she locates another useful tool, a hacking device known as the Faz Wrench.
A Faz Wrench? It's just like my dad's.
Her dad's? I didn't hear that.
It seems Cassie's father is an employee of Fazbear Entertainment,
I didn't hear that one.
working as an engineer, as she states he owns one of these wrenches himself. This could hint at Cassie or her father being a protagonist in the upcoming VR game Help Wanted 2, as we can see from its trailer that the hack points the wrench can be used on appear in that game too.
Oh, that's cool.
But that's a theory for another time.
Speed swap. Gregory's probably evil. I mean, GGG is why.
Cassie is soon attacked by the withered endo of Monty Gator, and startled plunges into the sewer, where she is then washed into the ruins of Monty Golf. Here she encounters a servobot who holds out a very familiar mask for her to take.
Sick of those
This
guys.
is the very mask that once controlled Vanessa in her Vanny form, while under the influence of Glitch Trap. Of course, Cassie doesn't know this, and so takes the mask and places it on her face. While wearing this mask, she is able to view reality through a different lens, gaining access to previously blocked areas of the Pizzaplex, as well as getting a look at the inner workings of the animatronics, and even travel through portals that lead to a simulated world within the mask itself, known as the Vanny Network.
See, this is also where I get confused. She's a human being, but she puts on the mask and all of a sudden she can walk through walls. How the fuck does that work? So much of the FNAF new universe, it brings me back and forth between what is paranormal and what is like technology, physical, part of the real world programming. You know what I mean? And that's why I get a little bit lost with some of this stuff. So the mask confused the hell out of me. Like, how is a little girl just blah, everywhere? It doesn't make sense.
The mask also introduces Cassie to an AI version of Helpy.
She could just be unconscious and imagining everything. If it ends up being she's dreaming, I hate those stories so much. It was all just a dream. Fuck your dream. Sorry, we're gonna get back to the video.
This portable AI guides Cassie through each area of the Pizzaplex, offering helpful hints that allow her to overcome any hardship thrown her way. However, there is a risk to wearing this mask. Prolonged usage of the device spawns in a Bonnie-like apparition known only as the Entity. This ominous ghost in the machine feels somewhat similar to previous FNAF villain Glitchtrap, and attempts to stop Cassie as she moves through the Pizzaplex and shut down security systems that keep the building in lockdown. The Entity is able to call in nearby animatronics and use them to hunt the poor girl as she searches for her missing friend. However, these animatronics don't seem to enjoy being controlled in this way and wish to be freed. This is seen in an early cutscene as the Eclipse animatronic fights to escape said control.
I am trapped in a gap! Reboot! We need to be whole!
I don't like that guy.
You want me to reboot you?
Cassie's too nice. She's way too nice.
Cassie is able to use her newly acquired phasma.
You want to bring back Dream Theory. I'm of the mind that Dream Theory was real and Scott changed it to appease the fandom. Absolutely believe Dream Theory was real, still hate Dream Theory. The lore, FNAF 1 through 4 is heavily implied to be being an entire Dream Theory. Really? How? Wait, I'm sorry. Am I missing something here? Was that? What? Was that in any of the lore videos I've watched recently? How the hell would I not have seen that? That's a no-go from me. I'm glad it's definitely not that if you guys are saying it changed. Because, yeah, well, let me get 2 large sweet teas. The fuck?
Wrench to free certain animatronics from their traumatized state.
And 100 dicks.
She also comes across servobots throughout her adventure that are experiencing lingering AR trauma as a result of this antivirus program. She helps these out by deactivating them.
Oh, we're helping
Helpy
them
and
out.
Gregory is sometimes able to intervene and banish the entity for short spells by activating a jammer signal in the Vanny network.
What happened to it?
I took care of it.
With my help, I have been helping with the signal jammer. That rabbit thing won't bother me anymore.
The entity uses a trick of its own to counteract this. It activates a device known as the AR inhibitor to lock Cassie in or out of the network, and prevent her from either equipping or de-equipping the mask depending on the situation. These inhibitors must be shut down in order to proceed and gain access to the Vanny mask once more.
I don't really feel like Mixus was very dangerous. Or I think we had one bad run-in with him. And that was when I left the mask on for like 10 damn minutes. But that was the first time and the only time we ever had troubles with him. That was also the first time we put on the mask in general. After that, it was pretty easy to deal with, I think, for the most part. I was panicking so much. But I don't know. The game was fun and fantastic itself. I know we're supposed to be talking about lore, not the game itself. But I really enjoyed the game. I just wish Mixus was a little more dangerous.
In order to reach Gregory in the depths of Roxy Raceway, Cassie must travel through the ruined Pizzaplex and disable all of the security nodes. These are always guarded both by the mysterious entity and the ruined animatronics it commands. Cassie encounters ruined versions of Chica, Monty, Roxy, the Music Men, and even a headless glamrock Freddy during her quest.
This again, we're pausing a lot. It's my reaction. I can pause as much as I want to. Don't add to the crash out counter. This is not a crash out. There are so many really awesome animatronics. Headless Freddy is so cool. I wish they gave them more screen time. I wish they were all... I don't care if the game ends up being 6 to 8 hours. I know the game here is just a DLC, whatever. But there's so many cool animatronics. And we just don't get to see all of them for more than 30 minutes sometimes. I always bring it back to Jackie Cough in the chat. It's not Crash Out 1.3. It's Crash Out 1.42. Either way, Jackie is still really cool. Headless Freddy, also really cool. Mixes kind of schmeep early in animatronic, but you know what I'm getting at. There's just so much to it that I wish was more in your face,
However, despite these animatronics being kept under the control of the entity, some are still able to hold on to their original good programming. This becomes apparent when Cassie encounters Roxy for the first time. Just as Roxanne Wolf is about to attack, Cassie screams out, and this action jolts Roxy free of the entity's control.
Give me back my eyes!
Ah! Let go! Let go!
I'm sorry.
That's so sad.
However, Cassie must later deactivate the wolf herself, as she learns Roxy holds the last remaining security node. In this touching sequence, Cassie says goodbye to her animatronic friend, who still remembers the little girl's first visit to the Pizzaplex on her birthday.
Oh, I don't want to relive this. I was so sad. I don't want to Oh, chat, we gotta relive this. I'm so sad.
Your special day. I remember. Your special day. Do you still like carrot cake? Cassie? What are you doing?
Don't do it, Cassie! It's not worth it! No!
So sorry.
I love carrot cake. Happy birthday, Cassie.
Foxy. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
A moment of silence for Glamrock Foxy. Wait, Roxy. Fuck, I can't even get her name right. Never mind. Fuck the silence.
With Roxy deactivated, Cassie has now reached the end of her adventure, and is able to travel into the sinkhole beneath Roxy Raceway to seek out her missing friend Gregory. Cassie, still mourning the death of her friend Roxy, travels down the elevator and into the sinkhole where the ruins of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place are located. She makes her way through a series of caves until she reaches the area where the burn trap ending took place during the events of Security Breach. Here she comes across one of the diner's old animatronic mascots, Candy Cadet.
Okay, before I completely forget to bring this up, because it's popped into my head, and I want to make sure that I've got this right lore-wise. The area that we're in currently right now, that is not the area that Henry used, right? To burn all, is it? What is this area that we're in right now? Where does this come from? Like, what is with the giant cave, all the buildings, the fire things? That was the area used to burn Afton, right? FNAF 6? Okay, so this is beyond my lore. See, this is also the small slight issue with jumping back and forth between like future FNAF lore and past time FNAF lore, since we did just beat FNAF 2 only. But we're going to get a little confused with some stuff. And I just want to make sure I'm getting it right before we proceed. It's the location, but not necessarily the building or basement. AKA FNAF Pizzeria Sim. It is FNAF 6 location, which was the fire that Henry used to... Okay, that's what I assumed it was the entire time. I just wanted to make sure I'm right. Thank you. Hey, W Twitch chat, W YouTube chat, W all the chatters that come in here and help me learn and remember things part of the lore. I would not be anywhere near where I am mentality-wise for the lore if without you guys. I would be lost. I would be confused, a little lost puppy dog.
Who tells her a cryptic story about a monster able to mimic the actions of others.
And now I will tell you a story about a mother and her little boy who lived alone in a cabin in the dark woods. There was a monster in the woods, but the mother caught it and kept it locked in the basement. The monster always made scary noises at night, but the mother would tell the boy not to worry because it could never get out. Then she would sing the boy a lullaby to sleep. One day, the monster stopped growling and instead listened and learned the lullaby. The next day, when Mother went out to find food, the monster sang the lullaby from the basement. The little boy heard the lullaby and opened the door.
After hearing this mysterious tale, Cassie reaches the depths of a facility beneath the diner, and here discovers the origin of the rabbit-like entity that has been stalking her. It exists as a security AI known as MXES. Cassie shuts down the AI and banishes the entity for good. She then hears Gregory calling from behind a freshly sealed wall of concrete.
So Mixus is actually technically good, and Mixus is just trying to keep us from releasing the Mimic. Got it.
Gregory! Are you in there?
The stupid door won't open.
Well, it looks like someone poured concrete over the door. How am I supposed to get rid of concrete?
Cassie hacks a nearby forklift truck, which then breaks through the wall and allows her to locate her missing friend. However, after dropping into the adjacent room, Cassie comes to a horrifying realization. The voice guiding her this entire time has not been Gregory at all, but
you see the costumes the next level down, and you see the Springtrap assembly machine that at one point we thought was the scooper. Interesting. Punch it, obviously. Punch through the concrete. You want the 10-year-old girl to punch through the concrete. Valid.
It's rather a horrifying artificial intelligence known as the Mimic.
You saved me! You saved me!
Gregory?
Ew. Creepy.
I'm Gregory. You're not Gregory.
It's so smart.
What are you?
I'm Gregory.
The Mimic is an animatronic creation which evolved from an artificial intelligence anomaly. We'll speak more about this at the end of the video.
Right.
But this creature was the one discussed during Candy Cadet's story, and is able to mimic anything the AI comes into contact with, in this case, Gregory's voice. Roxanne Wolf suddenly emerges from the shadows, reactivating after Cassie shut down the security system. She begins to fight the Mimic, allowing Cassie to flee, who is then contacted by the real Gregory, who confirms she was tricked and promises to help her escape.
Cassie, can you hear me?
Gregory? Is that really you? I mean, really you?
I've been trying to reach you all night. I'm not at the pizza place. Something's trying to trick you.
You're a bit late. This thing in the basement sounds just like you.
I hate how she just stands
there.
there.
How do I know this is you for real?
Watching.
Is there another option? You need to get out of there now.
How?
My friend has access to the building maps. Just follow instructions.
The secret endings. We did watch this in our actual playthrough, but we are going to watch it again because now we'll actually have some lore explanation to it. I'd like the old lore, but the Mimic stuff is really interesting. I just don't like Security Breach. Security Breach, in comparison to the other games, does not give me this like really awesome, like unique feeling. Like FNAF 1 and 2 definitely had some more oomph to them. Security Breach is pretty simple, pretty easy, kind of boring after a while. And the ending itself was kind of like whatever. But I enjoyed it. Ruin was still also really cool.
Before we explain the game's default ending and how it ties into the events of Security Breach, let us first quickly run through each of the game's alternate endings. Quick disclaimer, I am making this video during launch week, so it is entirely possible that another ending exists that has, as of writing this video, not yet been discovered.
Right.
But with that said, here are the endings we currently know of. At the very end of the game, if we ignore Gregory's instructions after the second branching path during the cavern chase sequence, then we come across a glitching cutout taken from Fredbear's family diner. By equipping the Vanny mask, Cassie is able to leap inside this cutout and an illusionary ending takes place where she finds herself on a hillside with Gregory, Helpy and Vanessa. It seems this ending is one of the Mimic's VR simulations, luring Cassie into a false prison much in the same way it did with Vanessa when trapping her mind inside Princess Quest.
Oh my god,
Next
what
up
the
we have
fuck
the Scoop Room ending. a secret Easter egg ending that can be unlocked by locating 4 out-of-bounds cameras while using the portable security systems, and then using these cameras to unlock 4 previously sealed doorways during the final chase sequence. This time when we meet the Mimic, we notice its appearance has changed. The Mimic's endo now housed within a mangled mascot suit.
Ew.
Around the room the Mimic appears to us in, we can in fact see a range of other mascot costumes, which it seems to have borrowed pieces from. During the chase, instead of heading to the elevator, we can now enter through a previously locked doorway and trap the Mimic in the scooping room. This room is reminiscent to the one seen during the ending of FNAF's sister location. The scooper latches onto the Mimic and scoops out its endo, leaving the suit lifeless on the floor.
Oh. I didn't know that's what the scooper does. What's up, Siamese Gamer? Interesting. I didn't know that's what it does. Or did.
Now we've looked at each alternate ending, let us turn our attention to the default ending. In this ending, Cassie follows Gregory's instructions over the walkie-talkie, and is led to a service elevator where she is able to escape the clutches of the Mimic, with the twisted creature losing its arm in the process. However, Gregory tells Cassie he cannot allow the Mimic to escape, and so plunges her further into the depths of the sinkhole.
The Nexus security program was designed to keep it hidden, but you shut down the security, and now it's free. It's not your fault. I know you did it for me, to save me, but we can't risk being followed. I'm sorry.
Gregory?
It's insanity. No! Oh my god, he's so insane. He's so insane, dude.
To further understand Gregory's motives and how this ending ties into the original story of Security Breach, we need to first establish which of the many endings to the base game was intended to be canon. Ruin provides several clues that allow us to conclude that the Escape with Vanessa ending is in fact the true ending to Security Breach. For those who don't remember that ending, here is a quick reminder. At the end of Security Breach, Gregory is given the choice to either leave the Pizzaplex at 6 AM when the lockdown lifts, or remain and try to save Vanessa from her corrupted Vanny state. To do so, Gregory must play each of the 3 Princess Quest arcade games to completion. By doing this, we are able to free Vanessa's mind from the control of Glitch Trap, and escape the Pizzaplex with her. Unfortunately, during this mission, Glamrock Freddy is attacked by a horde of corrupted security bots, his head being completely severed but remaining sentient. It is then suggested that Gregory, who it is implied was an orphan kid, is taken into the guardianship of a now freed Vanessa, and along with Freddy's head, the 3 live happily ever after, now vowing to make sure the dark secrets of the Pizzaplex remain buried and locked away forevermore. The evidence to support this being true are as follows. During the ending, Vanny returns to her Vanessa state after removing the mask and breaking free of Glitch Trap's control. The mask is left behind in the Pizzaplex, where it is later given to Cassie in the Ruin DLC. When we meet Freddy, he is found in a torn up state in Phaser Blast. This is the very location where he was attacked and beheaded during that ending in Security Breach.
Creepy.
Throughout the story of Ruin, Cassie comes across comic pages drawn by Gregory. These pages illustrate all of the endings from Security.
Okay. Oh, that's the one where he's like abandoned on the street. Okay, I do remember seeing this as well from just a regular Security Breach. Okay,
Security Breach, except the good Vanessa ending. As the other endings appear as comic book art, it implies these are simply ideas that came from the mind of Gregory, rather than something that actually happened. We find the Princess Quest arcade machine with a sword stuck through it in the ruins of Vanny's secret security room. This makes sense as Vanessa's mind was freed from its prison during the aforementioned ending. Finally, near the beginning of Ruin
I was so damn good at Princess Quest Elite Pro Gamer
story, we can briefly glimpse animatronic amalgamation the Blob hiding in a wall cavity.
Ew.
Since the Blob was destroyed alongside Burntrap in Security Breach's secret ending, it suggests that ending was not actually canon. And so with all this evidence in mind and the true ending established, it seems the friend Gregory mentions is in fact Vanessa, the Pizzaplex's ex-security guard and previous victim of Glitchtrap. As we know, Vanessa gained advanced knowledge of the Pizzaplex security systems while under Glitchtrap's influence.
Creepy.
Therefore, it stands to reason that she retained this knowledge when freed from its grasp. And so, the Bonnie-like entity that stalks Cassie through the game and tries to stop her at every turn from reaching the Mimic is almost certainly a form of Vanessa-programmed security AI. Ironically designed in the form of a heroic rabbit, a big middle finger to the entity that once controlled her with a rabbit-themed mask, while itself taking on a rabbit form.
Gross!
This AI, known as MXES, was created to keep the Mimic locked up tight and prevent anyone from freeing it again. Unfortunately, with the Mimic's guidance, Cassie overcame formidable odds and managed to shut down Vanessa's security protocol, freeing the Mimic from its prison behind a concrete wall deep below the Pizzaplex. But the story goes deeper still, as you may be asking, well, what about Glitchtrap? Well, again, this is just a theory, but based on evidence now at hand, it seems the Mimic and Glitchtrap are one and the same. The Mimic is an AI anomaly that is able to, as the name suggests, mimic its surroundings. It constantly learns and evolves. The Mimic was born from VR-themed video game Help Wanted. In that game, we learn from a selection of secret audio logs that Fazbear Entertainment cut corners during development by scanning in circuit boards from the remains of real-life animatronics taken from various Fazbear pizzerias. One of these belonged to Springtrap and housed the digital data of murderous madman William Afton. The anomaly was influenced by Afton's crimes and quickly mimicked his behaviour. This led to the creation of a Mimic's first form as Ghost in the Machine Glitchtrap, where it eventually managed to infiltrate the mind of game tester Vanessa and recruit her to spread its reach from the confines of the game world into reality. The Mimic used Afton's design knowledge to create the Vanny mask, which it could then talk to and control Vanessa while wearing. It uses this very same tactic to influence the actions of Cassie and use her to free it once more. After Vanessa took a job at the newly built Mega Pizzaplex, she, as Vanny, infiltrated its systems and uploaded the Mimic's malicious code. At this point, the Mimic was then able to take control of various systems and animatronics, as well as uploading itself into a physical form. Its code now living inside the Endo we encounter at the end of the game.
It's crazy, just based off of the recent Secret of the Mimic theory that we listened to, where it started off with the Mycelia man. It's crazy to think that if all of this was actually because of that it happened just because of one small little bit of programming in AI that started in a mushroom-shaped plushie. Like, that's wild. You get the entirety of Security Breach plus Ruin plus all the crazy animatronics and whatever the fuck else. You get Vanny, you get the modified Mimic Glitchtrap monstrosity that it is, all from a little plush. I like the theory. I personally I know there's a lot out there. I like it. It's fun.
What makes this Mimic so dangerous is its ability to copy data from pretty much anything and then generate a very convincing copy using artificial intelligence algorithms. It used this technique to create a copy of Gregory's voice and then lure his friend Cassie back to the Pizzaplex to free it. The reason the Mimic acquired so much information about Gregory and found contact details for Cassie is because it managed to keep hold of Gregory's backpack.
Ahmad,
this
boom,
backpack can be found right beside its prison, and is the only real way I can think to explain how it was able to contact Cassie in the first place. While Gregory was Cassie's friend, it seems Vanessa warned him of just how dangerous the Mimic is, and how devastating it would be if the malware ever reached the outside world again. And so he made the painful decision to keep Cassie locked away with it in the depths of the Pizzaplex, a sacrifice he was told he needed to make in order to ensure the safety of many others. Although we must consider a second possibility, that Gregory was cut off mid-sentence and the Mimic intervened.
Between the two theories, because we've talked about that a lot through chat. We talked about it when we were finishing the game and everything else like that, because Gregory's a psychopath, but I don't think he's that crazy. I would sooner believe the Mimic got control of the voice again and flipped it all and dropped Cassie. Because Gregory's crazy, but there's no way he's that crazy, right? There was no way he's that crazy, right? I don't know. There's just so much to it. But like genuinely, if the new story of FNAF keeps going, and Gregory legitimately did drop her, I feel like Gregory could be easily corrupted somehow, some way. Like how Vanny was, but like to a different level. Because Gregory, it could be one of those things where he thinks he's doing good. I don't know. I'm going into things that doesn't even matter. I'm going without evidence. Gregory just blows my mind as a character. He just blows my mind as a character. It's crazy.
Dropping the elevator and tricking Cassie into believing it was her friend's decision.
There's still a lot we don't know about Gregory.
We do hear a radio system make a suspicious sound, as if the speaker is changing.
The Nexus security program was designed to keep it hidden, but you shut down the security, and now it's free. It's not your fault. I know you did it for me, to save me. But we can't risk being followed.
If Gregory's a robot, he will most likely be able to hack the mimic. I'm in the Gregory's robot camp. What? There's a theory that Gregory's a robot? That's kind of crazy, no? That's kind of... What? We might have to look into that someday as well, because I can't imagine him being a robot from the little bit that I know. I can't imagine him being a robot, but I can imagine him being corrupted. You know what I mean? Because... what is he doing sticking around Security Breach? What is he doing sticking around the Pizzaplex so damn late? Just watch a game through? We've got so much to watch, guys. We've got so much to do. Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
With the Mimic and Gregory sounding identical, it's impossible to know for sure. However, it seems as though all hope may not be lost, as Roxanne Wolf makes contact with Cassie once more, and the two are then set to continue their adventure in a future game.
Gregory is on Afton's side? I could see that. I could see that being the case, that Gregory's on Afton's side and that he's got some ulterior motives rather than just, just being the nice guy. He's just playing to be the nice guy, and he's got some other things on his brain that he's trying to figure out. That's why he's exploring the Pizzaplex. That's why he's doing all this other stuff. That's why he knows so much. You know what I mean? I think there's more to it.
Cassie.
And with that,
Cassie's
we come to the
alive!
end of this video and a look at the story and endings of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruin Explained. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it both entertaining and informative. If you did, remember to leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for more horror related content.
You guys heard the gosh darn man, Super Horror Mike himself. Thank you, Super Horror Mike. I do appreciate it as always. So, Security Breach and Ruin. Again, we've been kind of hopping back and forth. This would be the latest lore, and we're barely at FNAF 2 gameplay-wise. We finished Security Breach, we finished Ruin, we finished Secret of the Mimic. So we've finished the newest games, and now we're starting back over and going through it all again. I've said that many times, but I'm just trying to clarify why things are so confusing for me sometimes, or why there's just so much information to process in my little pea brain. But Gregory, I think for most of this, is the part of all of this that confuses me the most. You know what I mean? The Mimic, MXES, M1, like all of this stuff for the most part is pretty straightforward, I think. It's very easy to spell it off as bad programming. Obviously, the Mimic wants to get out of the tunnel it's trapped in and whatever else like that. But Gregory, he's just interesting. And like I said, there's more to it than what I think is shown from Gregory himself. But it seems to me that he's definitely not just a normal kid who's just hanging out at the Pizzaplex, trying to get into a little bit of trouble after time. Like he's Gregory sus. Gregory, that's the best way to put it. Gregory sus AF. He could be the imposter. And I would bet my money, I would bet all the money in my bank account, 67 cents, that he is actually the imposter. You know what I mean? Cassie seems like just a good friend in trouble with some of this stuff. But the thing is, if Gregory and Cassie are friends, right, then that would mean that there's some history between them from like before the Pizzaplex was ever a thing, which would mean that like, unless he's been a kid robot for a really long time and he met Cassie as a kid robot, then I don't know. It's kind of weird in that way. You know what I mean? Like it's not like they just barely met each other and she's showing up to save him. I don't know. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to think right now, but there's just so much here. There's just so much. Gregory, do you see that vent there? Have you heard of Among Us Gregory? I need you to vent, Gregory. We saw Gregory vent. I'm pretty fucking positive. If you have been reading the chat, we all get confused because the lore is complicated and theories around. I've been reading the chat. I can't help but say I'm confused, but that's also because, again, I think when I feel confused, I think it's normal for me to feel that way because I'm so new to all of this, as we've mentioned 1,000 times already. When you guys can feel confused, it validates my confusion. So, it validates my confusion that much more. Either way, Ruin was a great time. I enjoyed, again, the atmosphere. I enjoyed the story behind it. I enjoyed all the little deep, dark secrets that Ruin had to offer. It itself was a fantastic addition to Security Breach. I realize that now, after playing Security Breach, there's a reason I wasn't as invested into it as I was with all the other games. And that's because I guess there was genuinely mistakes behind the game's creation. Regardless, it was saved with Ruin. I think it was saved with Secret of the Mimic. The new side of FNAF is pretty awesome, and it leaves a lot of questions unanswered, which means, as you know, there's some theories out there. And when there's theories out there is stuff that needs to be watched, listened to, reacted to, talked about, and all that other fun stuff we could ever talk about in chat. Okay, so from the book lore, we have been able to guess that Gregory was under Glitchtrap's control before he played him in SB. Interesting. So that would give some reason into why he's there at the facility in the first place, right? One of the running theories, I should say, is that the reason he was there in the first place was because he was under Glitchtrap's control, and then SB is him getting out of Glitchtrap's control. Why is Glitchtrap so hard to say? Stick behind you? Has that been there the whole time? It has been there the whole time. Holy shit. Is my webcam? My webcam's just been chilling here the whole time. That's hilarious. So a lot of this lore is coming from things that I have never even participated in around this era as well, which is the books. Which means I need to learn about more stuff in the books. Maybe are we allowed to read the books on stream? Because I've been wanting to get into more reading stuff and posting it online, whether that's creepypastas, horror stories from Reddit, whatever the heck else there was out there, and I could literally read these stories and try and get them to be put into my little noggin to understand a little bit better. So, I don't know. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the lore reaction for Security Breach Ruin. We learned a lot, and we actually left with more questions unanswered. The whole point of all of this is to figure out what we can about the new world of the FNAF story that is after Afton. But it seems like Afton's got some carryover into this universe, carryover into this part of the story as well. The main thing that we've been trying to figure out, of course, is Gregory, which means there's some theories that we need to watch, there's some stories that we need to get a hold of, whether it's the books or the newer games themselves. We're gonna figure it out one day, eventually, maybe some way, I don't know. Regardless, if you guys enjoyed the content for now, please consider leaving a like and a comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Also, big shout out to the members of this channel. The extra support you guys provide means oh so very much to me. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace. Well, we ended up getting the default ending for FNAF Security Breach Ruin. I couldn't just say Ruin, but it doesn't sound as fun to say it all at the same time. So, with that said, we're gonna watch some Easter eggs. Let's press play and see what's going on with all the secrets of Ruin. I'm definitely super interested with this. I know there's multiple endings, or now I know there's multiple endings. We're pausing already. I've said it once and I'll say it again. The sun and moon are the most terrifying animatronics by far. The way they talk is so good. I love the voice acting. Nap time. It's the movement and the way they talk. It's just singing nursery rhymes. Thank you, Mortem. I appreciate that. Kellen Goff? I don't know who that is. No laughs, no crafts. Huh. The VA for Glamrock Freddy? Oh, really? Dude, he's so talented. Glamrock Freddy's voice is already really cool as is. Secret Son dialogue whilst in the Vanny mask. Okay. Huh. Oh, that's because you're supposed to deactivate the moon.
It's Gregory.
Gregory can be found running in the theater?
Hey,
what?
She's wearing my mask.
Wait, what? Wait. Are they in the... They're not in... What? Is that a replay? I'm assuming that would be a replay of when he was originally there. Right? Because they were not inside at the same time. They couldn't be. That's impossible. He has been the VA for FNAF from sister location back in 2016 till now. It'd be so cool to be a voice actor for a game like this. Replay? Okay, that would make sense. I'm assuming the Mimic played that, or M1 played that, or M2, I guess. Just to trick Cassie. That would make the most sense. That would make the most sense. To actually think that he is in there. But she should be able to tell by looking at the non-ruined places. Eclipse's secret room. It's a replay, it's not a short. Yeah, that's what I was saying. She should be able to tell that he's not actually there. But she knows that he was there. This is terrifying music, by the way. Oh, I was here. I went here. I did find this place. I found a secret all on my own, guys. Awesome. Greg being chased. Oh, I did not look up. Oh my god, I did not look up. I found that room. Definitely didn't look up. That's awesome. That is really cool art. I love that. I love the art like this. You know what? Ruin looks so cool. I'm so happy about it. Oh my god. That noise just induces PTSD in me. The distorted audio, the daycare theme, that's pretty cool. Cassie posters at Roxy's salon. Cassie posters, what the hell?
Eyeballs.
Why did I say posters?
Really?
I was thinking postures.
Gross, gross, gross.
What? That's creepy. Wait, what? Did I walk by those? Did I walk by those? There's no way I would have seen that. Or am I dumb? What's up, Deathless? Welcome to the stream. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. That's pretty cool. I do like that. Oh, she's just crying again. Why did they put scissors in her head? Creepy mascots on chapter 9. That's so cool. Oh my god, it's just Secret of the Mimic. This is why playing Secret of the Mimic before this was actually pretty cool. They also changed after do the note. I didn't even notice that. The elephant one, also super terrifying. It's in the room you meet the Mimic. That's pretty freaking cool. That one looks really nice, like it wants to bake me a cake. Rabbit entity was just cut from the game. What the hell is that? I'm telling you, this is some Outlast shit. This is not no FNAF ruined. This is before Secret of the Mimics. We didn't know that these were. That's awesome. That's really cool. Dude, what is that? That is not from any FNAF game ever. That is crazy. It has like organs and stuff on the inside. That is terrifying. Oh my god, with his toes like that too? Baby plush room on chapter 7. We were talking about my worst nightmare being these plushies. They are also, oh, a room full? They disappear? Oh, that's, I didn't walk in there without the Vanny mask on. That makes so much sense. People named it Ruin-Born Afton? That's what the old MXCS Mix's entity looked like? It's crazy. Bonnie can be found at the backstage of Bonnie's Bowie. Oh. Well, damn. Well, damn. Bonnie had a, rough time. FNAF needs more gore, maybe? I thought the movies would be a little bit gory, because of the lore is gory by itself. But they would not want to limit a lot of the younger audience based off the gore. Making it rated R would be, a big hit to their wallet. Not that they really care or need it, I don't think, but still. Ruin-Born Afton is a pretty cool name. You unlock this room in Bonnie Bowl via finding all the Pat-Pats. I like how the Pat-Pats are just surrounding. The blob can be found during chapter 1. See, I thought I was gonna run to the blob a lot more. But I guess not. Did I not see the blob? I'm pretty sure I saw it. Pretty confident I did, at least. Okay, that's what it was. It would keep out half of their families, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you definitely can do rated R for this. Monty's Shrine can be found on Monty's Catwalk. Oh, I went in there. I definitely went in there. I remember that place. Boom. Rock on, Monty. Rock on. Monty's one of the cooler animatronics, I think. Or the glam... What is it? Glam Rock Monty? I guess would be his name. Or Monty something, I don't know.
You really need to get back on the theater gondola and go to the...
Gregory, shut up. We know it's not you already. Monty Lakes can be found. At Roxy's Saloon, you can repair Chica? Okay, I saw Chica. I didn't try to repair Chica, though.
Am I really doing this?
What? I just got jump scared by Chica.
Ew. Gross.
I like how she just has rotting food all over her face.
That should do it.
Interesting. Why did I get jump scared and this person gets a cool voice line? What the hell?
It's right behind you!
I do want to say, as an avid horror enjoyer, horror... Words are not my specialty, but horror, I think, is close to my specialty. When I've been such a horror enjoyer for so long, chases like this, the stamina thing should be removed. If you're ever making an indie horror game or horror game whatsoever, and you have stamina as something in your gameplay, it is perfectly fine. But for chases like this, remove the stamina or do things, add things for however long the stamina bar would be that are small intervals while the stamina regains itself. You know what I mean? Have, like, for instance, once I run a full stamina sprint bar, put some stuff in between where I maybe I have to jump across or jump over or whatever that I wouldn't be using stamina for, so that my stamina bar can refill, and then I can start running again. But slowing down and having to walk to wait for my stamina bar is very not hype. Just want to go ahead and toss that out there. Chica must stink there. Chica probably smells like rotting flesh at some point. So you have to beat Chica's feeding frenzy to get the voice box. Oh, definitely didn't do that. Yeah, I was kind of scared, and then I kept turning around and seeing that the mimic was not even close.
Hurry!
What if you get caught by them? Is that what this is? She's literally just walking in a chase scene. That's what I'm talking about. What is this room? Wait, what? The mimic is so slow. Oh my, he is so slow. What is this? Oh my god! What the hell was that? That was bonkers.
Hurry! Cassie, I'm okay. I found a spot to hide.
Dude. The panicked breathing? You can find a secret arcade in this bathroom. There really are a lot of secrets that I completely skipped over. That's pretty cool, though. Oh! I missed out on a video game? That's whack. Oh, I would have gotten the high score on this, 100%. I would have gotten a high score, easy peasy. I'm the best at these games. It's Chica shooting children? Is that Chica shooting children with pizza? That's kind of fucked if you really think about it. Sorry for the zoomed in gameplay. It's okay, buddy. You're giving me stuff.
I am a candy cadet. Come get your candy here. I have candy all day, every day. There was a
This is a story.
monster but the mother caught it and kept it locked in the basement. The monster always made scary noises at night, but the mother would tell the boy not to worry because it could never get out. Then she would sing the boy a lullaby to sleep. One day, the monster stopped crying and instead listened and learned the lullaby. The next day when mother went out to find food, the monster sang the lullaby from the basement. The little boy heard the lullaby and opened the door.
Interesting. Interesting. MLG horns. At Bonnie's Bowling, you can find T-Jacques Freddy. What is T? I don't even know what that is. This is what the issue with playing things out of order sometimes. It looks terrifying though. Looks like I wouldn't want to get caught by it. We'll say that. Well, there it is. There you have it. That is it for Security Breach Ruin. All the secrets and Easter eggs.